And using this as a space to let go of any heaviness, any resistance, any tightness, any grief that you may be experiencing on your heart in this moment. Each time we breathe intentionally into that heart space, we open and expand its field. And each time we breathe out, we radiate the love that we are into our field. Welcome, beautiful souls, to Season 2 of the Cosmic Love Antenna with your host, Harrison Ma. I invite you on a mystical voyage from the intellect to the soul, delving deep into the mysteries of love's spiritual essence and its unfolding. This podcast celebrates the peeling back of heart layers, revealing profound lessons, interviews with spiritual seekers, and practices to open your heart to love's infinite wisdom. Good evening, morning, afternoon, divine, beautiful beings. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to another traversing and walking home to your powerful heart space. Today's podcast episode, if you read the title, you probably already know, is a very special episode today that I intend to do more of, and this will be the first of a few. So I'm excited to have you here today. This is a Solo-Sode with your host, Harrison, but today's conversation is going to be less of a education, less of a class, less of a teaching, more of a guided journey back home to your loving light. And I will get into that momentarily, but for all those people either joining live today on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, or joining on the podcast, I welcome you. I will give you some instructions on how we will move through this meditation in a second, but I would highly encourage you to please share this out with a friend, a family member, a lover that you feel it can support and give guidance to. And I'd love to hear your feedback on this episode today. So leave that over on Apple and Spotify in your reviews so I know if this is really something that supports you, and I will do more of these if so. I would encourage you, as we get started with this meditation today, really hone into an intention on your heart. You are not in this session, in this episode, in this recording for no reason. You came here, whether you are aware of it or not. There's most likely a very important knowing inside of you that directed you to listen to this journey today. So I would open your heart to what that is. And I will give you a space as we get into the journey today to really underline and get confirmation around what that intention is. But just in this moment, allow it to bubble up. Allow it to move through you. Welcome, Lily. I see you in the Facebook chat. Welcome, Gemma. Perfect timing. We are going to get started in 2 seconds. So, Lily, you're saying this is just before I go to sleep. So this will guide you off into sleep, my friend. The other foundation before we get into the journey is I would make sure, much like Lily, you are listening to this journey in a safe container. Please do not do this meditation if you're driving or if you are multitasking, as I often do when I listen to podcasts. You can do that with any other episode, but today I would really encourage you to really set your container for this journey. Set your container with energetic parameters, with crystals, with whatever you use to make yourself feel grounded, safe, and secure so you can fully go deep, right? Because this journey from my heart to yours will bring up things, and that is a good thing. We want that. That if things come up and you are distracted and there are things going on outside of you, then your loving light will not get the opportunity to move through what it needs to move through. So please make sure the space is set. But other than that, I will say one more thing before we get into it. I am open to what moves through you after this. So if you are joining this live or you're listening to this on the podcast, please leave your feedback in the comments section on the social platforms, reach out to me on social media, etc., and let me know what moved through you. I'd love to see and read the beautiful teachings that your heart expressed. All right. So with all of that, I am going to get started. And we're going to begin. So let's start by closing your eyes, getting comfortable, getting relaxed, moving your body, bringing your beautiful loving awareness to how your physical being is feeling, whether it's the start of your day, the middle of the day, the end of your day. Your beautiful body speaks. The question is whether we are listening. So take this moment to ground into your being by listening to it. Noticing how your legs, your feet, your knees, your chest, your belly, your throat, your forehead, bringing your loving awareness to the body itself as we all take a deep breath in through your nose into your belly and a soft, relaxing, releasing breath out through your mouth. Another very intentional, loving breath in through your nose into your belly. And this time as you breathe out, letting go, releasing. As we start this journey into your heart space, this journey of inner illumination, I invite you to place your hands on your heart, on your chest area, and drop your awareness into that heart space. You could do this by simply feeling your hands on your chest. You could tune into the field of loving awareness that surrounds you, that bathes you. You could visualize this beautiful heart center and what it looks like to you. Whatever is your method of connection, take this moment to use it to bring your full awareness into that heart space. Noticing how much different and the difference this is. Noticing if there's any thoughts and emotions already coming up to be seen and already coming up to be felt. Give them permission. With your hands on your heart, I'm going to invite you now to set an intention for this journey. For most of us, this intention will already be there, will already be known. This is something that has been moving through you. Maybe that's something that's come up today. Maybe it's something that's been bothering you all week. I'd encourage you to make this your intention. As you feel into this, I want you to place this intention on your heart. As you do, releasing all expectation, all attachment, all pressure on yourself for it to look and unfold in a certain way. Placing it on your heart instead with openness, with faith, and a surrendering into the divine presence of love that you already are. With this complete, I now invite you to place your hands in your lap. If you're lying down, place them beside you, palms facing up. And it is here I create the space for you to invite in any extra spiritual support you would like to have with you and or you would like to connect to in this moment. Spiritual support could be any ancestor, any angel, your higher self, your divine presence, your inner child, a totem animal. Whatever you feel comfortable and feel open to inviting in, take this opportunity and connect. We often do not ask for the spiritual support that is always around us because we feel busy, we feel detached, maybe we feel unworthy of their love. All of these are illusions. So step into this invitation. With this complete, we're going to bring our awareness back to our breath. Going deeper into this journey now, focusing in on the breath of life, the breath of God, the breath of love that moves through us. Intentionally breathing in from the crown down into your heart, breathing in deeply. And as we breathe out, releasing and letting go, falling deeper into this journey. Continuing again, opening up our crown, breathing in. Feeling our heart expand, breathing out, releasing. Continuing this breath at your own pace for a couple of rounds. And using this as a space to let go of any heaviness, any resistance, any tightness, any grief that you may be experiencing on your heart in this moment. Each time we breathe intentionally into that heart space, we open and expand its field. And each time we breathe out, we radiate the love that we are into our field. If there's any thoughts, any dense emotions that are getting your attention as you continue this breath, bring your awareness back to your breathing and simultaneously allow those emotions, those thoughts to be present. What does it look like for you to continue your breath of love and also accept and acknowledge all that you are that is moving through you currently, all the thoughts, all the feelings, from positive to negative, being fully present with yourself. Bringing our full attention now as we allow our breath to come back to a natural cadence. Bringing our attention and awareness to an image inside our mind's eye. And this image is a beautiful, rosy lotus flower. Seeing this rosy lotus flower open and full, ready to receive and ready to give. Noticing the connection as you observe the fullness of this lotus flower, noticing its connection between what you're seeing and what you feel in your heart space. As you observe and acknowledge the openness of the lotus flower, you're going to tune into the petals of the lotus itself. Each of these lotus petals represent a spiritual layer of your heart that you can surrender and fully submerge yourself into. To enhance and expand the love that you get to share with the world outside of you. So focusing in on each of these petals, one by one now. Our first tool and practice and layer of your heart is a teaching around forgiveness. Where in your life, where in your experience this day, this week, can you apply forgiveness? What can you allow yourself to forgive? It's easy to get lost in the illusion that forgiveness is an outside game, is an outside job. But forgiveness will always be a conversation between you and an aspect of self you are not acknowledging. So take this moment and finally forgive. Make this choice. Taking time here now to shift to another one of our lotus heart petals. Bringing our awareness now to the petal of grace. Much like forgiveness, we can fall under the illusion that divine grace is something we get, something that is outside of us, something that we need to earn, or even something more enlightened or holy beings have that we do not. But as is true with all of these heart petals, grace is inherent. Specifically, your grace is a gift that you get to share, not just with all of the people that you love and all of the connections in your life, but a gift you get to give yourself. So on this heart illumination journey, I offer you this moment to give yourself grace. What is the hardship? What is the challenge? What is the pain or the trauma that is ready to receive grace in this moment? Hold this on your heart and offer your grace. If there's any emotion, any old limiting beliefs that come up to be faced within any of these gifts, all that is needed is your beautiful, loving awareness and coming back to your breath. Moving on to our next heart petal and layer of your heart to expand and fall into. The next petal represents the gift of surrender, the gift of making the choice to surrender through that which holds resistance, that which holds tension, that which holds tightness and separation. Surrender is often labeled under the illusion of giving up, of weakness, of overlooking. But divine, heartfelt and loving surrender is one of your greatest strengths, is an opportunity to come back to your greater reality. And that greater reality is the love you are made of. So opening to this surrender and asking, what can you surrender through? Offering a current emotion, an experience, a limiting thought form, and making this choice, applying this heart pedal. Moving on to our next layer of the heart and dimension of this heart lotus that lives within. Our next gift is your deeper state and the consciousness of bliss itself. One of our baseline states of the love that we are is a feeling and an expansion field of bliss. Like all petals, not a bliss that is dependent on an outside person, place, or thing changing, but a bliss that is your birthright, a bliss that you came into this dimension with. So in this moment of heartfelt connection, this moment of your loving lotus flower opening, use this opportunity to feel and give yourself permission to be on that baseline bliss. With curiosity and awe, notice what this feels like for you. Not what you think it should or shouldn't feel like, but what is its natural state in you. And be with all that comes up around it. Noticing the field around you, the light around you. And finally here today, tuning into one more petal of our heart lotus, one more layer of love that we can use to illuminate and radiate out into the world. Our final heart petal is your deep and loving potential. This potential is that of the oak seed, the oak tree seed that, despite its size, despite its smallness, despite the time it takes to germinate, holds the fullness, the vastness of the oak tree itself. Never questioning, never doubting, never forgetting the potential that it holds. This is your love potential. This is the potential petal of your heart lotus. What does this feel like in your being? When you give yourself permission to hold this potential in your awareness, what inspiration does it cultivate? What outpouring of love in the form of an interaction, an activity, a creative idea, does it manifest within you? Take this moment and become aware. With these heart petals open and energized, with your loving, intentional awareness, I invite you now to place your hands back on your heart if they're not there already. And we're going to conclude this heart illumination with some gratitude, remembering that when we are grateful for anything in our experience, not only are we inviting in more love, we are also attracting that which we are grateful for, attracting more of the same. So feeling your hands on your heart, I invite you to hold gratitude around your openness and willingness to explore your heart deeper. I invite you to hold gratitude around the petals of your sacred heart lotus and what each of their gifts have illuminated in you today. And finally, I invite you to hold loving gratitude around exactly this moment and specifically where you are in your love journey. Hold gratitude for this being the right time, the right moment, and exactly where you need to be. With this gratitude moving through you, I want you to see yourself, observe yourself in the state that you're currently in, taking a big, deep breath and grounding into the earth. And as you breathe out, releasing into the earth. Tuning into the stability, the support, and everything that's holding you today. Taking as much time as you need. When you're ready, you can either give yourself permission to drift off into sleep, or to open your eyes and continue with your day today. All right, beautiful beings. It's always interesting when I come out of these meditations. If you've heard me speak about these kinds of journeys, either on the podcast or if we've spent time together, I'm always fascinated with the phenomena of the two-way channel. For people that don't know what that means, when you're guiding a meditation, especially one that's channeled, much like that one was, I'm giving and I'm also receiving. So I say that to share my own gratitude for all of you that tuned in live today or listened on the podcast. Your intention and your love was felt by me. So I hold some gratitude on my heart for all of you for opening to that experience. A bit of loving housekeeping. I'd encourage you, if you are still listening, to journal about that experience. Often with these kinds of activations, more will come up. And that's beautiful. So create the space to integrate. I'd also recommend that you listen to this one again, because with any of my meditations that I share, there will always be a different experience each time you open to the exploration. So please open to going deeper once again. But with all of that, I hope it hit your heart. I hope it brought you closer to the intention that you set today. I'd love to hear your feedback from this experience, as I said at the start. So please leave it, if it's on social, in the comments section, or on Apple and Spotify and reviews. Please share this out with someone that you love very much, that you feel could use some more loving illumination in their heart space. And Lily, I saw your message. I'm going to replay this in the morning as your magical voice just put me to sleep. You're welcome. Lily tends to do that. All right, beautiful beings. With that, I will leave you with it today. Until next time here on the show, I send you love. I send you light. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Cosmic Love Antenna with me, your host, Harrison. If you gained value or this episode hit your heart, please remember to share this out with a friend, a family member, or a lover. You can also leave your love over on Apple reviews and Spotify star feedback, and this helps me spread my frequency to more souls in need. Finally, if you want to connect with me deeper, want to reach out, interested in coaching, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn at Harrison Meagher, Meagher spelled Meagher. Sending you so much love.
Electricast.